Now, folks, you may recall that Alina Habba, it's like the worst lawyer in America who lost all of those cases for Donald Trump. Well, she was appointed as the top law enforcement officer in New Jersey. She's the United States attorney over this district. Yes, that Alina Habba. Yes. She just called into Fox and she's confirming that she's arrested Newark Mayor Baraka. And he is in custody. Here's Alina Habba talking about just frankly, the lawlessness of what this Trump regime is doing. Here, play this clip.
Alina, welcome. Good to have you with us. What can you tell us about what happened there today and what is happening?
Well, I can confirm, as I have publicly stated, that we have put the mayor, Ras Baraka, under arrest. It's very simple, Martha. As I've said, in the state of New Jersey, as Pam Bondi has said in the United States, we will not stand for anybody getting in the way of getting rid of criminals in this country. It's very simple. Unfortunately, the mayor has publicly for 3 days been saying that he's going to break in, eventually did break in, was given multiple opportunities to remove himself, failed to do so, and has been detained and will be charged.
And where is he being held?
I'm not going to speak to that right now. He's obviously in New Jersey.
But he's in custody.
Yes. He has been arrested and will be charged.
Now, Alina Habba is being asked by the Fox reporter here about individuals being assaulted, and Alina Habba almost tries to make it into a joke, like, no one's assaulted. Here, play this clip.
So while I love the scheme, the game, and the tactics of these individuals that are perfectly fine and were not touched, I will say very clearly, the mayor
They were
did
not
have
assaulted,
a right to
these three individuals? None of them were assaulted?
Does it look like they were assaulted, Martha?
No, they looked fine. But I'm asking,
fine.
In terms of what happened in there, it is very striking, especially after having read the list of at least some of the people who are in this facility. And right. I'm trying to figure out exactly what they are doing to protect the people of New Jersey.
It's called grandstanding, unfortunately, Martha. And when you break the law, there's no grandstanding that will help you, period, the end.
So, folks, the Trump regime is clearly on damage control as well. They brought in one of their spokespeople, McLaughlin, who's at DHS. And here she is justifying this act of brutality against state and local officials by the Trump regime. Let's play it.
Well, what happened was there was a bus full of detainees trying to get through the gate when these Democrat politicians and protesters stormed that gate and got to the first security checkpoint. So when you're seeing any of these people being restrained, it's because they illegally broke into this facility. And we can expect, a civilian, if they try to break into a detention facility, they will be physically restrained. Members of Congress also have to follow the law. Had they asked us to take a tour of that facility, we would have happily facilitated that for them. You heard them themselves saying that the facility was in good shape. Well,
right. They are making the argument, as we just heard during the final moments, the final minutes of Martha MacCallum's program during that press conference, that they were conducting congressional oversight. Tricia, I was looking into this right before we came on air. There is the power of Congress to conduct spot oversight. The limits, which are shaped by not only the Constitution, but several Supreme Court decisions informing the scope of that power of oversight for congressmen, seems to be not to interfere with executive authority. It's hard to look at any of the video that took place today and say you're not interfering. Even though you may have the power of oversight, you're not directly interfering in executive authority and the execution, in this case, of bringing a busload of detainees into a facility, not interfering with the executive authority.
Now, folks, to give you a history of just what's taken place right by Delaney Hall. So Mayor Baraka had posted 2 days ago the following: the city of Newark will continue to uphold its responsibility to protect the well-being and rights of all who call Newark and this nation home. We will keep demanding entry into Delaney Hall, and we will fight wherever we must to ensure no one is denied their right to safety or protection under the Constitution. Now, a day ago, Congresswoman McIver, who you saw there, who was just assaulted by ICE detention workers, private security guard workers as well, a GEO group. Here's what she says. New Jersey has been clear. We don't want ICE harassing our neighbors. We don't want private detention companies in our state. I'm with Newark Mayor Baraka in this fight. The conditions at and secrecy around Delaney Hall are unacceptable. The fight isn't new. We won't stop pushing for what's right. The city of Newark's social accounts posted the following. History teaches us that might does not equal right. That force does not equal justice. We will not stop until we know that our laws are being followed and every single person in Newark is safe. This was from 2 days ago. They said, we will be back. And of course, the GEO group and ICE agents were waiting to arrest, and the Congress members were saying assault these individuals, federal workers. Congress members are federal, and arresting a state official, the Newark mayor, Baraka. This from the Make the Road New Jersey account. And when the city of Newark mayor Baraka tried to inspect the facility, this was 2 days ago, he's locked out. The Newark Fire Department locked out. GEO Group and ICE act like they own this city. They don't. The city belongs to our people. Now, a great website known as Documented, by the way, check them out, wrote the following on May 6th of 2025. A stalemate at the gates. Newark mayor challenges ICE Delaney Hall Detention Center. Delaney Hall, a recently reopened immigrant detention center in Newark, New Jersey, has become a flashpoint in the debate over the reach of the Federal Detention Authority. On a dreary Tuesday morning, Newark's Mayor Baraka found himself in a political standoff. This was this earlier Tuesday. Standing outside the chain-linked fence of the Delaney Hall Immigration Detention Center, Baraka and several representatives from various New York City agencies demanded to be let in. On the other side, Delaney Hall employees closed the fence, padlocked it, and turned their backs on Mayor Baraka when he asked to speak to a supervisor about entering the facility to inspect it was in violation of the municipal building health and fire codes. To representatives of Delaney Hall, the mayor was staging a publicity stunt, but to the mayor, Delaney Hall was pitting his city in a direct confrontation with the Trump administration's deportation agenda. Delaney Hall, Baraka claimed, was violating city and state laws by contracting with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and by prohibiting him from entering the facility, they were invading the enforcement of city codes. The 1,000-bed Delaney Hall, located on an industrial zone with a putrid stench of gas and raw sewage, is operated by GEO Group, the nation's largest private prison company. Between 2011 and 2017, Delaney Hall served as an immigration detention center before being converted into a drug treatment center and halfway house until it closed in 2023. However, in February, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement announced that as part of a 15-year contract estimated at $60 million a year, Delaney Hall would reopen and operate as an immigrant detention center, while many immigrant advocate organizations opposed its opening, according to a local news report as well as reports from the community. The detention center began housing detainees last Thursday. The GEO Group did not divulge how many people were currently allegedly detained at Delaney Hall. In April, the city of Newark filed a lawsuit to block Delaney Hall from reopening and to allow city officials to inspect the facility for code violations. The Trump administration has since attempted to intervene to stop the lawsuit. So there was a standoff on Tuesday, and then today this led to the arrest of the Newark mayor. That's what we're learning for now. We'll keep you updated as we learn more here on the MeidasTouch Network. Check back in for more, and great work on the reporting there by Documented.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.